well, what are the aircraft that are going to be required?
Mhm.
Is the MAX ever going to make it back? Do you go and lease a 3-4-year-old A320 that has a market value that used to be around 40-ish million, or do you just do with a $15 million 15-year-old aircraft, right? And gas is at $24, oil is at $24. So do you need the new technology? And I think in the wide bodies and the narrow bodies, the answers are going to be different. Eventually, the old stuff will get parted out and it will leave our fleets. But
Yep.
in the very short term, you could see that economic incentives are not to go with new equipment. So OEMs, I think, are going to have a terrible time over the next 2 years. Who's going to take a brand new aircraft, and why would you want one, right? The supply chain to feed the OEMs, all the parts manufacturers that no one thinks about when you think about government bailouts, the ground handlers, the airline caterers who I used to work for. When no one's flying, no one needs gate gourmet.
Right.
No one needs, a ground handler. No one needs a check-in agent. So it's a very, very holistic issue that we have. And yes, we'll save the big airlines, but what do we do with the secondary and tertiary suppliers in that
Right.
same chain? And how do we treat those people to make sure that they have as much of a shot at, one, making a reasonable living whilst this is going on, and two, that they're resilient and can come back, and the integrity and safety of our supply chain in the airline world continues.